Hello and welcome. It was only a matter of time before degenerates would be our representatives at all levels, you know. The education system has been churning them out for years, and as much as we like to jump on the backs of politicians, they account for only a small percentage of the degenerates in the society. It is so obvious in a country that desperately needs brain power that the few thinkers cannot think for everybody. In businesses, for example, the same people whose ideas and business ventures made sense and money 30 years ago are the same ones around today. They sit on their billions while the grandchildren of those they robbed are living in squalor. So who is the security guard at your gate or your housekeeper? In churches, services have been kept the same way for centuries. Men stay away because road is more exciting, and women stay in because of duty. But church is boring. All of them in every religion. And we marvel at the degeneration in morality in the society. People can't stay awake long enough in church to hear what's good for them. It's the same dead brain mentality that is causing this rubbish occupation of Pinnacle. Listen, Richard Lake owns the property and he has the papers to prove it. Why don't you all go and occupy Coronation Market or St. William Grant Park? And that brings me to the preoccupation with Queen's Counsel Velma Hylton and her now famous words. Quote, "It is my respectful submission that if young women and children deliberately put themselves between law and order forces to enable those gunmen behind them to fire at the security forces and to fire at civilians, I, for one, do not understand why in all circumstances they cannot return the fire." End quote. The opposite of that is that killers must be shielded to kill police and soldiers. Is that right? But it is my respectful submission that Miss Hylton should step aside. Not because of her comments, but to see what other reason the JLP will come up with for not participating in the Commission of Inquiry. Because I, for one, cannot understand why, given all the circumstances, a political party with its stronghold in Tivoli Gardens does not want such an inquiry. Unless you are still protecting somebody, or even more evil, somebody is vociferously protecting themselves. Until next week, when we maybe can answer that question, stay close to the edge.